Odetta Holmes, December 31, 1930 to December 2, 2008. 1. 2. Known as Odetta, was an American singer, often referred to as the voice of the civil rights movement. 3. Her musical repertoire consisted largely of American folk music, blues, jazz, and spirituals. An important figure in the American folk music revival of the 1950s and 1960s, she influenced many of the key figures of the folk revival of that time, including Bob Dylan, Joan Baez, Mavis Staples, and Janis Joplin. In 2011, Time magazine included her recording of "Take This Hammer" on its list of the 100 greatest popular songs, stating that Rosa Parks was her #1 fan, and Martin Luther King Jr. called her the Queen of American folk music. 4. Early life and career. Odetta was born Odetta Holmes in Birmingham, Alabama. 1. Her father, Reuben Holmes, had died when she was young, and in 1937 she and her mother, Flora Sanders, moved to Los Angeles, when Flora remarried a man called Zadok Felius. Odetta took her stepfather's last name. 5. In 1940, Odetta's teacher noticed her vocal talents. "A teacher told my mother that I had a voice, that maybe I should study," she recalled. "But I myself didn't have anything to measure it by." 6. She began operatic training at the age of 13. After attending Belmont High School, she studied music at Los Angeles City College, supporting herself as a domestic worker. Flora had hoped to see her daughter follow in the footsteps of Marian Anderson, but Odetta doubted a large black girl like herself would ever perform at the Metropolitan Opera. 7. In 1944 she made her professional debut in musical theater as an ensemble member for 4 years with the Hollywood Turnabout Puppet Theater, working alongside Elsa Lanchester. In 1949, she joined the national touring company of the musical Finian's Rainbow. While on tour with Finian's Rainbow, Odetta fell in with an enthusiastic group of young balladeers in San Francisco, and after 1950 she concentrated on folk singing. 8. She made her name playing at the Blue Angel nightclub in New York City, and the Hungry Eye in San Francisco. At Tin Angel, also in San Francisco, in 1953 and 1954. Odetta recorded the album Odetta and Larry with Larry Moore for Fantasy Records. 9. A solo career followed, with Odetta Sings Ballads and Blues 1956 and At the Gate of Horn 1957. Odetta Sings Folk Songs was one of the best-selling folk albums of 1963. In 1959 she appeared on Tonight with Belafonte, a nationally televised special. She sang Water Boy and a duet with Belafonte, There's a Hole in My Bucket. 10. In 1961, Martin Luther King Jr. called her the Queen of American Folk Music. 11. Also in 1961, the duo Harry Belafonte and Odetta made number 32 in the UK singles chart with the song There's a Hole in the Bucket. 12. She is remembered for her performance at March on Washington, the 1963 civil rights demonstration, at which she sang "Oh Freedom." 13. She described her role in the civil rights movement as one of the privates in a very big army. 14. Broadening her musical scope, Odetta used band arrangements on several albums rather than playing alone. She released music of a more jazz style on albums like Odetta and the Blues 1962 and Odetta 1967. She gave a remarkable performance in 1968 at the Woody Guthrie Memorial Concert. 15. Odetta acted in several films during this period, including Cinerama Holiday 1955, a cinematic production of William Faulkner's Sanctuary 1961, and the autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman 1974. In 1961 she appeared in an episode of the TV series Have Gun, Will Travel, playing the wife of a man sentenced to the hanging of Aaron Gibbs. She was married twice, first to Den Gordon and then, after their divorce, to Iverson Minter. Her second marriage also ended in divorce. She was also engaged but not married to Gary's Head. 16. The blues singer-guitarist Louisiana Red was a former companion of hers, 7.